Hello, the game has started and my opponent has opened with Fluey. Now, I have a unbalanced rack, but I do have a blank. And I do have the IER ending. Can't see anything there. I have the carver. No. Incurver. Okay, not seeing great options. What about Crier? Viner. I've drawn another blank here, so opponents played Lord Lear. That's quite nice. Now, do I have a 4-timer? That'll be the highest scoring bingo. Recurring. $82. Hypno. Pix. PYX. Now, I don't have a vowel for playing above the L, which is a shame. I do have a spot for the X here, which would score 50 points. And X would score even more, 59. If that spot is taken, Poxy is good. Hypoxia, I think, might be good. Hypoxia. Onto an A, that's not available. What about an Axia word? Not seeing it. Opponent taking some time with this move. This left part of the board. Well, yeah. I was thinking of hypo. But Yex seems to be the play. Let's check if opponent is still with us. because he's taking a while with that move. Yes, he is still with us. He has responded. Now, just looking at options. If my Yex spot is blocked, I guess I could play something like Hoi for 32. I doubt both. Oh, he does block my spot. Unfortunately, Max is no good. Mudge has scored well. Do I have another high scoring X play? Not that I can see. Now my H does play here quite nicely. So is there a... No, I don't see a great play there. So I think I will go with Hoi, which takes a front hook. That's fine. And I've drawn a fairly balanced rack here. I have Nixay. Opponent takes that spot. Xenia. Bit volatile, but 43 is not a bad score. Any other good X spots? Well, Apex would score quite nicely and not give back easy scores to opponent. What about Annex? Two fewer points than Apex, but a slightly better rack leave. I don't like keeping two N's on the rack. I think I will go with this play. Okay, this is a nice looking rack, this one. Opponent blocks these three floaters, H, O and T. Now plosive is good, but I'd need EX for explosive. Provise. Provines through an N. I don't know if Provine actually does take an S, but it might. Anyway, that N is not available. What about the S? Well, not seeing anything through the A. Vaporize through the A. Does vaporize have an anagram? Not that I can identify. So what about just playing off the V and the O? The rest of the rack would be pretty strong. Gov. Yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe Avo? Yeah, I think I'll go with this. Pressier onto the R. Hopefully that remains available. What about prissies? That might also be good, but I'm more confident about prissier for 68. Opponent plays Vo, so I'll go with prissier. I've drawn a few clunky consonants, the J, C, and G, but I do have eject through the E. Doesn't score particularly well. Toasting, nice bingo by opponent. Now jug is good for 39. I think I'll go with that one. Oh, jug isn't good. No, jag I'm thinking of. J-A-double-G. I don't have an O for Jower. That would have scored nicely. And I don't have an O for J-O-J-O. So maybe hang on to the J. G-J-U. Ah, G-J-U here. For 45. Okay, that's a nice looking rack. Anti-size through an I. Anti-size, no I available. I do have ZO and ZA at a minimum, and also ZA and AGO. What about Zing? Zing, yeah, that's alright for 42. Decent rack leave. Is there definitely no bingo? Catenize, no. Pombe. Okay, that's decent. See what ZO, ZA scores. That's 44. Strong rack leave. What about this S? Definitely no bingo. I do like ZO and ZA. That is a pretty strong rack leave, but apart from the S, not a particularly bingo friendly board. I mean, where would you hook a 7-letter bingo onto? $44. I think I will go with this. Inciter and blocked the S. That's a shame. Got raise here for 25. Trays. No, trays isn't good. Icterine through an E. Maybe just raise, yeah. $25. Okay, I'll draw a W. I've got WAAC, WAAC. I have Wang here. Guchen, good score. I think I'll go with Wang. Actually, WAAC, but not Q's. WAAC, maybe car. Yeah, that's quite nice. 29. I've got winged from H1 down, or I've got night. Or tide to keep the N back. Interesting. Nabk, and opponent wants to go out with float. So opponents, yeah, that's an interesting, because it's only 7 points between us. I think winged should secure the win for 33. Yeah, I think that'll do it. And opponent go out? Not sure. What's the best I can do with it? Ahi, it, and lot. The other one would be Ita and QI. He's taken my spot. That would have been a nice outplay. So I'll go with it here for 11. And that's the end of the game. 441 to me, 404 to opponent. Thank him for the game. Let's see what we missed. So opponent opened with Fluey. That looks fine. Now, no bingo here. Viner was best for 16. And then opponent had a couple of bingos, Lordlia and Florida. Florida, that's quite nice. This just sounds like the place. I'm going on holiday to Florida. Obviously something different, but he plays Lordlia, and now I've got recurring for 82 and scurried as well. Smooged for 73 to smooge. That's a nice bingo. Opponent goes with Mudges. Now phony for 45. That's a good score. Where did that play? 4K. precurring. Didn't think of the P front hook. To precure. Oh, precuring. Yeah, of course. Recurring, but precuring. That was a miss. I went with Hoy, and then Hote for 27 was best. Annex for 40 I looked at, and Xenia for 43 I also looked at. But I wanted to undouble those N's, so I went with Annex. Opponent has a vowel heavy rack here. LA seems fine. Previsor. Missed bingo onto the R of Lord Lear. That's a shame. Previsor, that was the only one. Now opponent close to a bingo but doesn't have one. Goes with Vo, and Prisia comes down, but also Pierrises. Okay. And Prissies was also good. I think I mentioned that through the S. But Prisia scoring more. Now toasting, and what was the other? Tangoist, that's right. Opponent gets toasting down. Jus for 45 seems best from this rack. And then Wimp for 35, but opponent gets Pomb down for 22. Nice 5-letter word, that one. Pomb. And now, close to a bingo, but I didn't have the I for anticize. Za for 44, that looks fine. Rather get rid of an A with so many to come than the E with only 2 to come. And then opponent's still got the Q. He goes with Whited for 37, good score. And Rays was best for 25. Then opponent's got Guchin, nice 5-letter play with the Q. And now I've got Wang. Oh, I did look at Wang. Why did I not play Wang at this stage? Oh, I liked Car because it denied opponent playing there. So something like, I don't know, a double A word. So, yeah, like BAA or FAA, that could have been a high score for opponent. So I thought I would take it first. And opponent now has some scoring tiles, and he's only about 37 behind. So if he gets a big score now of say 30, then he's right up there. Kloof, he could have played at B6. Okay, getting the K and the F tripled. He goes with Nabk, same score. And that was, yeah, that brought him to within 7 points. Now, luckily I had some good flexibility and managed to get a 33-point play down. Widget was also good. And now opponent does not have an outplay, but yeah, and he doesn't have a high enough score to outrun me because I'm going out next turn. And he goes with Flob, and then it for 11. So that was the game. Yeah, there was a miss earlier on there. One or two misses, but a good game all in all. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.